How do you prove something that you alone know to be true when other people are not willing to take your word for it? Simple. Do something that you would only be able to do if your claim is indeed true. This is signaling, a powerful yet often unnoticed economic phenomenon. Signaling is best understood in the context of one of its most common instances in modern life, higher education. It's well known that people with higher levels of education earn more than the less well-educated. Bachelor's degree holders in the US currently earn on average more than 60% higher incomes than those with only a high school diploma, and this gap is growing. What's behind this persistent and growing college wage premium? Economists offer two broad explanations. The basic idea in human capital theory is that education enhances one's skills and productivity, which naturally leads to higher earnings in the labor market. This skill development aspect of education is certainly relevant and even obvious in some cases. Students gain useful knowledge in the classroom, from doctors learning which drugs to prescribe to accountants learning how to depreciate assets. But many of us learn our daily work tasks through on-the-job experience, and some have degrees with no connection to the jobs they actually perform. So there must be more to the story. The idea behind signaling is that businesses want high-ability workers who will show up on time, behave well, and work hard. But it's hard to sort out in advance prospective workers' raw ability. In a job interview situation, talk is cheap, and few, if any, job seekers will admit to being lazy or undisciplined.
I have people skills. I am good at dealing with people. Can't you understand it?
In other words, low-ability workers are likely to claim that they are well qualified. Am I saying people are liars? Not necessarily. It could simply be the case that most of us earnestly overestimate our own qualities. We all think we're above average, which of course is statistically impossible. Employers thus look for something that only the truly high-ability workers can show. Completing an arduous educational program that requires those high-ability attributes, strong work ethic, persistence, self-discipline, can serve this purpose, and therefore becomes a valid external signal of hidden information. This classic cartoon provides an amusing example.
I guess I'll have to take care of that rabbit myself. All right, Clancy, take the boys and surround the house. Diggers, the cops. Hide me, quick, hide me. Here, hide here, quick. All right, open up. This is the police. All right, where's Rocky? Where's he hiding? He's not in the stove. Whoa, he's hiding in that stove, eh? Now look, would I turn on this gas if my friend Rocky was in there? You might, Rabbit, you might. Well, would I throw a lighted match in there if my friend was in there? Well, all right, Rabbit, you've convinced me. I'll look for Rocky in the city.
Bugs Bunny proves to the police that he is not hiding Rocky by doing something he would not be able to do if he were hiding the gangster. Theoretically, Bugs is sending a valid signal about the reliability of his claim. Of course, Bugs is really no friend to Rocky, and his disingenuous signal makes for a cruel trick on the criminal and a hilarious cartoon plot. But if we set the comedy aside and assume that Bugs were indeed friends with Rocky and wanted to protect him, his signal of lighting the stove would have demonstrated that Rocky was indeed not there. After all,
would I throw a lighted match in there if he was in there? Oh, no, you don't! Take me with you. Don't leave me with that screwy rabbit. I confess.
To work, a signal must be costly, but not too costly. It must be affordable for the person who is in earnest about his claim, but out of reach to the person falsely claiming the attribute. The college degree is generally a valid signal of worker ability because high-ability workers find it affordable. Despite high upfront costs, obtaining the degree is doable for them, and a net benefit, as it opens the door to premium jobs and substantially higher lifetime earnings. Those with low ability, on the other hand, while they might wish to have the degree and access to high-paying jobs, find it unrealistic and unaffordable to obtain, and hence they do not attempt to acquire it, or attempt and fail. Other examples of signaling range from subtle to imposing. Wearing a tie, for example, imposes a slight though noticeable cost of discomfort on the wearer, a cost which an unserious poser might be unwilling to bear on a daily basis.
You look like a banker in this. Sorry, Rick. Those are the house rules.
Lavish, expensive buildings signal that a bank is rich and stable, not some fly-by-night swindle. Spending millions on celebrity endorsements can show that a business is highly confident in the quality of its products. Signaling devices abound, helping people reliably convey otherwise hidden information. So, is getting a college degree just signaling, or actual human capital development? In reality, it's both. While there is no doubt that many students are learning valuable, relevant skills, there is also some signal component in getting a college degree. The fact that many companies require applicants to have a college degree, but no particular major, is strong evidence that colleges are not just providing knowledge and skill training, but an economic mechanism that helps people prove their worth and allocate labor appropriately.